Hello and welcome to another CleverLIVE training. Today we're going to be talking about how to get a room booker completely set up from start to finish. So from start to finish, we're going to start with adding our PIN code on our device. So every CleverLIVE device, you can't really see it super well. Every CleverLIVE device, whether that be a Pico Player, UX Pro, or Room Booker, will come to this homepage before you have synced that device with your CleverLive account. So I'm going to click there to get the unique PIN code to that device. Enter that in here. 6 B2 CD. And these PIN codes do refresh, so this PIN code is not assigned to my room booker indefinitely. It's assigned for a short period and then it'll refresh and have a new PIN code. If you ever delete that screen and then add it again, it's not going to be the same PIN code. So we're going to add that, and while that is syncing, my screen is now showing this, which this screen is actually the back end of like the settings page of the CleverLive app on your device. You should be able to get to that page whether you're on a Pico Player, UX Pro, Clever Hub, Room Booker, really whatever device you're running CleverLive on. You can get into this settings page on the app, which is in a different training. Today we're just going to be focused on room booking. So now that we have this panel synced to my CleverLive account, we're going to go into here and click CleverLive and scroll down to room booking. Okay, a little bit of work went into creating a room for this room booker panel to be connected to. So I had one of my administrators create a few different emails, and I'll just go into my calendar and show you. So I have over here on the left-hand column, I have CleverTouch Enterprise Demo Room 3, 5, and 7. Those are all connected to my work email account. You will need to get an Outlook calendar created and set up for your room booker in a similar way under an email that you guys choose. So first, I have authorized my account, my room booking administrator email already, so I don't need to do that again, but you will need to authorize that email. And then once you scroll down, there's this add new button. We're going to click that and then give a room name. So this one's just going to be home office. As you can see, I've had a few in here before. So we're going to assign it to home office. And then we're going to use that CleverTouch Enterprise 3 room. I'm going to leave this at 0. And then the time zone, I'm going to set it to MST time zone because that is where I'm at. That's what my room booker is going to be showing. Let's see, this one right here. One quick little blurb on time zones with CleverLive. Time zones I have seen be one of the primary causes of issues across any device. So my room booker, if it's not on the same time zone as CleverLive, then there's going to cause some communication errors. It's a little bit more apparent on a room booker because it's constantly displaying the time. It's not as apparent on a UX Pro or a Pico Player where if they're connected to CleverLive, their primary function is just going to be digital signage. But if you are having issues with loops or schedules or presentations even playing on those devices, I would suggest checking the time zone on CleverLive, checking the time zone on your device, and making sure that they're the same so that there are no communication errors. Again, it is just a little bit more apparent with room booking. And I'll be going over how to troubleshoot and change time zones on those devices in a different training. It's just a little bit more apparent for room bookers because you're forced to set a time zone on there. So once we have all the information entered in, we're going to save it. And okay. So we're gonna scroll down, we see we have our new home office room connected to this email. If I had multiple rooms that I was adding, I would just click add new and it would continue a list of rooms. Over here, if you ever need to delete a room, you do have that option. Again, it'll just have a list of delete icons for however many rooms you have. Another thing, scroll down to make sure you, again, have the correct time zone. So GMT 7 MST, that's what we set this room to, and that is what my room booker panel is on currently. So there are not going to be any communication errors because of the time zone. Okay, so we have all this stuff set up. We're going to go into interfaces up here and click into room booking. And these are all interfaces that I have previously imported. You can see that we have landscape options as well as portrait options. If you want to, you can click this add icon and browse the templates that you can import. So let's just say we're going to import this one. And we're going to name it Home Office. So there we go. We're going to import that. All right. We're going to click back into our interfaces. Now I have that home office interface. I'm going to click into edit. I'm not going to change anything, but I just wanted to show you it is possible to customize these further if you want. So I can move things around, change colors, cancel that. I can move things around how I want. I can change the clock. These are still completely customizable. So I like to, especially for room bookers, I like to import the template and then change things around. You can also change your logo and everything, but for the sake of this training, I'm not going to be editing much on there. I just wanted to show you that it is possible if you would like that option. So now we have our template imported and we have our room created on CleverLIVE. Now we're going to try to get that to sync to our screen. So we're gonna go back to screens and then click this little edit icon on my room booking tablet. And then we're gonna click into room booking. Here we're gonna assign the room, which is what we created. This is synced to the calendar now. And then we're gonna assign the room booking presentation, which is also home office. So this is what we created with our Outlook calendar. This is what we imported as a template that we can edit. And this is what's going to be displaying on my my live room booker. This right here, I'm going to add it to 1 minute. So your room booker can play digital signage. So somebody can come out, tap the screen, book the room out, and then after 1 minute of an activity, the room booker will go back to digital signage. So once we have all of that inputted correctly, we're going to save. And my room booker just changed to a white screen, which is indicating that it is now working to sync with all of that content that we've just assigned. Excuse me. So we're going to click save. And while it's updating, I'm just going to add my home office loop. So I've created this loop previously. What all you have to do is drag and drop onto your panel and then it'll assign. And again, it's indicating that it's syncing with CleverLIVE. And that'll take probably about 5 minutes, which I'm not going to show on this training, but once you have all that information inputted correctly, it'll take about 5 minutes to sync and get all the correct content playing on your device, and you're good to install it up on the wall. These room bookers, they do have LED lights on either side that will indicate whether the room is busy or not. If the room is busy, they will show red. If it's not busy and available for use, they will show green. And because it's connected to an Outlook calendar, I can then change the schedule in the calendar itself. So let's say I'm going to change this meeting to 2 p.m. It'll change on the Outlook calendar and it will also reflect on the room booker itself. So I can book it from the calendar. If there's a reception desk that you can book stuff from, or I could book it directly from the panel on the, like, at the meeting room site. And yeah, so now this panel is still syncing content, but it's ready to be installed up on the wall and ready for use.